So, welcome back. I tried to shoot this. I'm in this beautiful beach town and I tried to shoot this on the beach. And I tried to shoot this by the pool. But it turns out that really it's windy and noisy and full of people everywhere. So, attempted another short video today, and the topic is Endmyopia bullshit? Odds are that Endmyopia is bullshit, because if you think about it, all the red flags, one, it's on the internet, right? Already you gotta wonder. Two, Endmyopia and I claim that all of mainstream optometry is wrong, which is another big red flag, because there's a ton of science. This involves millions and millions of people all over the world. It's a huge industry. It's a global, worldwide epidemic. Who am I, right? I'm not some Nobel Prize winning famed researcher. I'm just a guy. So, second big red flag. Third big red flag is, while not obvious, there is a way to spend money on Endmyopia. So those are really three big red flags. It's health-related stuff on the internet, it's claiming that everybody else is wrong, and money's involved. So those are all big red flags, right? By the way, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it here. I'm just making a few points. Now, the problem is that in order for you to find answers, in order for you to figure out if Endmyopia is bullshit or not, you have to figure it out. And the problem with online is, I see this a fair bit, you know, people ask other people, like there's some Reddit thread going, is Endmyopia bullshit? And I'm like, what do you expect? Like, is a person asking, are you a child, you know? Is the internet your parents? Do you think that somebody else is going to do the work for you on your behalf, the work that you don't want to do, researching whether it's legitimate or not? And for those people, the answer is always going to be yes. Yes, it's bullshit. Because what else are you going to get from the internet, right? Like, my fan base, my student base is like this size compared to the internet at large. And when you ask the internet at large, the answer you're going to get, besides the obvious red flags, is going to be, of course, it has to be bullshit. So, nice hair, Jake. So to answer the question whether or not Endmyopia is bullshit, you have to understand, first of all, is your eyesight static? The optometrist says your eyesight is static, your eyesight is always the same. To that end, you want to understand how diopters work, you want to understand how to measure your eyesight on your own. And then with that, you want to start keeping a log to get an idea of how much your eyesight changes depending on circumstances. So that'll help kind of cast a shadow on trusting the mainstream. You start seeing that they claim that your eyes are locked in at X diopters and that's your vision. And once you start measuring yourself and start seeing how it really works, you realize that that's not true. Then you also have to research the difference between things that we talk about and other kinds of methods like Bates method and stuff, to understand that there are nuances in what goes on. And then what else do you have to do? And then of course you have to overcome the whole it's an internet thing, and the only way to do that realistically is to do the research. I link a bunch of science on the site, how myopia happens. I will link that below, so you understand some of the basics of how the eye works, what lens-induced myopia is. You learn how to search Google Scholar and basically do a little bit of your own research and come to your own conclusions. So ultimately, whether Endmyopia is bullshit or not might not be relevant at all. You might end up finding that Endmyopia leads you to a path of your own discoveries. And whether I'm right or not, and whether Endmyopia is right or not, you'll start realizing that myopia is not what you were told it is. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, this hotel it's $10 a night. It's pretty amazing. Like, it's not the fanciest place, like it's a little run down around the edges, but there's a rooftop pool. It's hot outside. The rooms are good, air conditioned, fridges and stuff. It's $10. It's really pretty nice.